Hi, I'm Shanaya, and today my TED Talk is going to be about facing your fears. First of all, I would like to ask you all a question. Have you ever been scared to try something new? Raise your hands if you have. Maybe it was speaking in front of the class. Maybe it was riding a roller coaster. For me, it was go-karting. When I was 9 years old, I stood in line looking at the track. The engines were loud. The carts were fast. My heart was racing and I wasn't even driving yet. Everyone else seemed confident. I felt small. I kept thinking, what if I crash? What if everyone laughs? What if I'm the worst one? But I learned something. Fear is normal. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're about to grow. Here are 3 simple things that helped me overcome my fear. 1. I took small steps. I didn't focus on winning. I focused on sitting in the cart, then putting on the helmet, and then starting the engine. 2. I changed my thoughts. Instead of saying, I can't do this, I said, I'll try. That one more try changes everything. 3. I remembered safety. There were helmets, there were rules, there were trained staff. And that's when it hit me. Go-karting isn't that different from school, because in school we all have our own track. Here's what go-karting taught me. You don't have to be confident to move forward. You move forward and confidence catches up. You don't avoid mistakes. You learn from them. And most importantly, you're the one in control. So every time fear shows up, you have a choice. You can hit the brakes or you can press the gas. There's a famous quote by Susan Jeffers that says, the only way to get rid of fear is to go out and do it. Fear is something every single one of us experiences, especially in school. It shows up before exams, during presentations, while making new friends, or even doing something as simple as answering a question. But the truth is, fear is not your enemy. Avoiding fear is. The things that scare you are often the things that help you grow the most. Fear is not a stop sign, it's a signal. Fear means you care. Think about it. Why would you be nervous before a test or performance? Because it matters to you. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be afraid. Sometimes fear feels more colossal than the actual danger itself. When I finally got in the car and pressed the gas pedal, I was scared, but also excited. And when I finished, I wasn't proud because I drove fast. I was proud because I didn't quit. Here's what I want you all to remember. Courage is not about being fearless. Courage is about feeling fear and doing it anyway. Ask yourself, what if I'm braver than I think? Because sometimes the scariest track leads to the best stride. Thank you for listening.